The main source of hatred in the world is religion, and organized religion.
These Christian apologists are full of intolerance and expecting us to swallow it, but I'm not allowing this. First they claim this is a Christian nation, and then proceed to try to merge their little doctrine into biased legislation, like we should give a damn about the God they praise, or their book of contradictions written back in the days. Some mythological, hypocritical bullshit that tends to distort shit, and then you wonder why we all ignore this. You're atheists to each and every other type of God. For all you know, the one you worshiping could be the fraud. Yeah, I know, we're taking it out of context. That's what you would say next, like it's so fucking complex. Guess I'm an evil child of Satan, keep on mocking me. Average Americans do not want a theocracy, so keep your mysticism deep inside your mental prisons, and let us grown-ups make our own decisions. You can't avoid them, you can't ignore them. With every generation, they gon' spread the poison. The finger pointing and false anointing. They'll be rejoicing when everybody...
Hello, Mike.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hey.
How's it going, Mike?
Great. Thanks for having me on, you guys.
No problem. Glad that we're happy to have you on. You've been making quite a name for yourself with your videos.
Well, I'm trying to, just doing what I can, doing my part to, spread the blasphemy, right?
Yeah.
Tear down the house.
There we go.
Right. Now, you started in 2010 on YouTube?
Yeah, December, just a few months ago, I started putting some videos up, and it's actually grown exponentially since I've been putting them up, and it's great. It's great that the community, at least most of the community, has gotten behind me and supported me and what I'm doing, and at least they see some merit in it, and it's been great. It's been fun. It's been a wild ride, man.
You have a background in filmmaking?
A little bit. I mean, I'm an amateur. I mean, I just taught myself. I don't necessarily like editing, but it's just kind of a necessary evil. If you want something done, you kind of got to do it yourself. So, I just kind of picked it up and done it myself. But it's an exciting medium. I mean, YouTube is a great tool that we can use, and I'm glad that it's being used by me and a lot of other people as well. The internet's a great place to connect with people and the secular movement to grow. So it's just great. I mean, it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Well, I tell you, for someone with just an amateur background in it, the quality of your videos definitely stands out when in comparison to a lot of the other videos I watch on YouTube. Yeah,
I think it's important to deliver a high quality product. Otherwise, you lose credibility and it just looks amateur, and then you feel like you're wasting people's time. Which some people, they feel like I'm wasting their time in the first place. But, at least the one critique I've never received is that my videos look like shit. So, as long as we can keep it that way, I've heard everything else from my receding hairline to my sweater.
Oh, man.
Everything under the sun.
They are petty. They are petty.
Yeah, you put the Bible in the fiction section video. I love that video.
Hilarious.
You went to the library and started putting Bibles in the fiction section, and the librarian gave you her cart.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, she had no idea what you were doing. No idea.
I just, I walked in and figured, well, they haven't kicked me out yet. Maybe I can really make a statement and move all of these things, So, yeah, she gave me the cart, and yeah, it was great, moved them and took them up. And, I took a lot of flack for that video in particular, just because, I took some editing liberties regarding the Dewey Decimal System, and our Bible's really filed under historical section, just all kinds of bullshit. But it's like, the point of the video is it's a harmless stunt. I'm not suggesting everybody go out to their public libraries and move Bibles into the fiction section. But, it's a valid point. The Bible is fiction. I believe that. I know there's a lot of people that believe that as well. And, and it's fucking funny to watch somebody walk into a library, put on a face mask and gloves because they don't want to touch it because it's hazardous material, ask the librarian for a cart, walk into the fiction section, be confused. Is it horror? Is it mystery? Because it makes no sense. And then walk out and no harm done. I understand, it's the library is not the best place to make a theological statement. But come on.
I don't know.
It's funny. It's humor.
I thought it was hilarious, and anybody that would really, take too much of offense to that has a huge stick in the butt. Because come on, man, that's good stuff right there.
I kind of feel stupid, and you said you don't expect anybody to do that because I did that.
Well, I was encouraging people to make videos and post them in response to my video. There were some people that did, and I mean, that's great. I mean, this is something stupid. I mean, clearly the Dewey Decimal System, the librarians themselves don't make that rule. But I mean, come on, it's just
the point, right? What was the actual?
Yeah. So whatever. I mean, I can take the criticism. I mean, I wouldn't put my face out there if I wasn't ready to handle it.
That's true. That's true.
And your video Mormons, the other white meat.
Mm-hmm.
I like the black guy you interviewed at first, and you were explaining what you did, and his reaction was, cause I'm a man, I love everybody.
Oh Lord, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, he's a brother. Just it's just it's crazy to think how many people that the Mormon religion has offended. And I just thought, if I'm going to pretend to convert to Mormonism, the first thing I need to do is realize, see the error of the Mormon tradition and apologize, And so I make my way out to apologize to women, to black people, to homosexuals. I mean, once again, it's just satire, and that's what I hope to deliver, and hopefully that's what was captured on film, and it's connected with a lot of people, especially ex-Mormons. I mean, they think it's hilarious. I was really concerned they would maybe be offended by it, but they think it's great. I mean, it's been huge on like message boards and ex-Mormon blogs and stuff. I mean, it's great.
That's cool.
Were you out there in the last part of the video? Were you really out there in front of a Mormon church, or?
Yeah. There, where we filmed it at, there's a church and then there's a temple. So I filmed in front of a temple on a Sunday morning, and they don't have services on Sundays at temples, I guess. But the church next door did. So, we set up this merchandise table where I sell Mormon, merchandise, just gold plate replicas, a Joseph Smith action figure. Some
Joseph Smith action figure, really?
Yeah, Joseph Smith action figure, and I have like a pocket full of 5 or 6 little female doll, like little Barbie dolls, and they're the wives. They're sold separately, and so I just go out and I start pitching this, and if they would have just ignored me, I wouldn't have gotten as good a footage. But of course, they got to come out and see what's going on, and I got to blur their faces, and then we make a big deal out of it, and they try to push my camera down. I mean, it just makes for gold footage.
Really I thought they were going to get physical with you.
I hoped they would. I mean, that would be great.
That'd be great footage. I mean, the hospital bill may have been a little steep, but I mean, that's great footage right there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, once again, I wouldn't go out there unless I was expecting at some point somebody to take a swipe at me. And hey, what? Hopefully, if it happens, I get it on camera, right?
Right, exactly.
That camera's a good weapon.
There you go.
Hey, and Mike, were you raised in a religious family?
Yes, I was. I was raised fundamentalist, born again, hands in the air, slain in the spirit, speaking in tongues, snake talking, Noah's Ark, Jesus freaks, right? Yeah, like certified crazy people. That's how I was raised.
Wow. Are you the black sheep now?
My family clearly doesn't appreciate what I do, but the way I look at it is, I don't really care. I mean, I think
that's a good way to look at it.
Billy Joel, he said it best in that song, "My Life." I don't care what you say anymore. It's my life.
My life, right.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Don't tell me what's right and wrong. I can make these decisions for myself. I'm paraphrasing Billy Joel now. He didn't say all that, but
but that is the larger point.
Exactly. I think that's the major point. Is this is our life, and I'm not going to let somebody else tell me not to do something. Just because I'm afraid of whatever, pissing off grandma. Right. grandma still loves me. Grandma still makes cookies. We're good.
Oh, all right. Well, as long as you get
I'm not off her holiday list.
All right. Right. You haven't got cut off the cookie list. You're still doing good then.
Not yet, no.
Yeah, what motivates you to do this?
I think that my biggest motivation is just I'd like to think that I'm helping kill religion. I mean, even if it's just on a small scale. I mean, I'm not like Zach. I mean, I'm not like Zach or the guy you just interviewed or Dawkins or Hitchens or I mean, I'm not at that level, but I'm doing something and I'm doing what I can do, which I'm using what quote unquote talents I have and I'm perpetuating a movement, and I think that that's important. You know, I think it's important to ridicule and to criticize. I mean, that's what the First Amendment's all about, and that's what motivates me, is just the thought that even if I'm doing it in a small way, I'm doing my part, which is something. And, you know, maybe I could do something more productive, maybe I couldn't. I guess that's a matter of perception, but I'm having a lot of fucking fun doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Well, you know, everybody can't do it in the same manner. I mean, the way you do it works for you. I think you're doing a great job. And now, what are you looking to accomplish with your videos? What do you want people to get out of watching your videos?
Besides a hearty laugh, because that's what I got.
Well, entertainment is important. I mean, you know, I try to create, you know, good entertainment, and hopefully, you know, there's some satire behind it, and, you know, there's a point to it all. But you know, I guess I just hope to accomplish, you know, spreading doubt, you know, spreading skepticism. I mean, you know, I've heard blasphemy is a victimless crime. I mean, I've heard that's you know, that's a popular quote within the secular community, and I believe that. I mean, I just want to, you know, I want to create, like I said, entertaining and critical material on religion, and then just grow it, you know, grow the audience. Everyone can join in on the fun. You know, I mean, I don't know necessarily if there's an end goal, but you know, just rally against unintelligence and rationality, and you know, and just the most important thing is be critical and realize, you know, religion gets a free pass in so many instances. It doesn't deserve it. You know, let's open up and let's be critical, and let's make fun of ridiculous theology and beliefs and customs. I mean, not necessarily beliefs, you know, and that can be a fine line, you know.
Between I got you. Actual beliefs. Right.
Exactly. And I guess that's what I hope to accomplish. And get better at what I do, you know, and develop what I'm doing.
Right. Now, your video, the God versus the $20 bill, that's what I want to talk about, because that video has more views than any of your other videos on YouTube. Yep. And I think the reason why is because a lot of people feel it's controversial, offensive. What? Let's go ahead and play. Let's just go ahead and play it. I'll let everybody.
I just wanted to personally introduce this video because it's a little different than some of my other ones. Basically, I was filming earlier this week, and I saw a homeless person on the street holding a sign and asking for money. His sign said "God bless" at the bottom of it, and my idea was to offer him $20 to cross the word God out of his sign. Now, this guy was living out of an RV with his wife and kid, and it was probably 30 degrees out. And so I approached this guy, and I made my pitch.
Introduce yourself. What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay. Now, this is the Miracle Bus?
Yes, it
is.
Is
this right?
Yes,
okay, that's pretty nice, dude.
Full with the Holy Spirit.
Full of the Holy Spirit. So this is what we're doing. I am not a big fan of religion.
Okay.
And I noticed your sign says God bless.
Yes.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to pitch something to you.
Okay.
I'll give you some money if we cross the God out.
I'm going to have to say no.
Don't you think it's kind of silly that you're not going to accept free money because of
You think
God?
my love for my Lord and Savior is silly?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But it seems to some people that don't believe in that very silly. It seems like a silly
I'll have
situation.
to say they're miserable beings for not accepting.
Obviously, I'm being a jerk in what I'm asking these people to do. They believe so strongly in something, and who am I to say it's not real? But what this footage documents, and why I think it's special, is that this represents everything that's wrong with religion. It's a complete disregard for common sense. I mean, I'm asking a homeless man with a wife and a child to cross out 3 letters on a sign, and I'm going to give them $20 to do that, but he won't take the money because he's afraid of pissing off God.
Your God will send you to hell for taking my $20.
Not.
So then take it. Cross out the God, take it, and buy some money.
It isn't about
Buy some
going
food.
to hell. It isn't about going
What
to
is
hell.
it about?
It's about...
Help me understand.
I'm trying to if you shut up for 5 seconds. It's about, this is my God.
Yeah.
And to me, what you're telling me is I am a worker of Satan.
But
your $20 to me is the same as Satan offering Jesus bread when Jesus was starving in the desert.
But that's
for
a
40
fairy
days.
tale.
It is not a fairy tale.
You don't think that's...
It is
no.
a Bible story,
But listen,
and it is the truth.
no, you know what's not a fairy tale is you live in a miracle bus.
That's true.
That's not a fairy tale. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fairy tale.
And
this
it's
is
the
real.
miracle bus.
And it's
And
$20.
you know
I don't
what?
The thing is, you only see with your eyes. You're not seeing with your mind or your heart.
So at this point in the conversation, we're just going around in circles. I mean, it seemed like there was no way to convince these people to think rationally. I mean, we're talking about a stupid sign worth 50 cents. But it's an interesting moral dilemma for a